The apoplectic time is shown as the movie begins. 1,000 years ago, the world was decimated by Titans, humanoid creatures that brought humanity to the brink of destruction. To survive, humans have built colossal walls for protection, living in fear for their lives. Furthermore, amidst the despair, they desperately clung to a glimmer of hope sheltered behind those very walls. These walls provide a safeguard against potential Titan assaults. Now, greater than a century had passed. And the populace had begun to forget the Titans and #039 existence. Now, the history of the Titans exists solely in part of books and #039 written stories, which are used to induce fear in children. Despite their desire, those living behind the wall were unable to traverse it. Being afraid of Titans, government had forbidden even to go beside the wall. So the people agreed to live a hard life. The inner world of walls had been divided into 3 parts. The third part of area included peasants who used to survive working in the farms. The second part was industrial, where the factories had been constructed. The first part of area was integral, where the aristocratic people were holding the whole city. And no one was allowed to move from one area to another. A boy named Aaron was brilliant, living in the third part of the area. Being terrified, he could not live like the prisoners behind the walls. Because he has a passion to do something great. It was his dream to explore the outside world. He also shares his dream with his friends. Because he was doubtful on the existence of the Titans. He used to think that people are hidden here as being afraid from the Titans. Aaron and #039's male friend is also brilliant along with him. Peasants were not allowed to conduct any experiment. According to government, it will be wrong if anyone struggles to achieve his success. There is a girl named Mikasa. Aaron and Mikasa used to like each other. She wanted to lead a comfortable life with Aaron. Aaron and #039's friend comes across a stranger when he goes to meet Aaron. But he ignores him. Aaron used to feel fortunate as being the resident of that place. Because he could view the outside world. There was a bomb machine, so this place was his best loved for this cause. Being afraid, people avoided to visit here. Now this time, Aaron intends to go beyond the wall at any rate. And he makes his friends agree for this. There was the security of military officers near the wall. But hiding from the eyes of military, they come nearer to the wall. But they are arrested before they move ahead. Military leader secures them because he had a soft corner for Aaron. And he was aware about the brilliancy of Aaron. And he had understanding of Aaron and #039's passion. They are still conversing as such that earth shakes. Looking above the wall, they are not believing what is before their sight. At the first time, they were facing a great terror. He was Monster Titan, who was bigger and stronger than other Titans. And such monsters are called giants. It is made of fire and taller than that wall. At that time, he was blowing fire. He begins to crack the wall, using his giant feet. Those people are scared and shocked. There was a worst condition because of the fire attack. Leader commands a military officer to attack with bombs. But that soldier stops him, saying that government has banned us to use these explosives. Making a big hole, that giant monster disappears swiftly. There is a calm before a storm. At the first sights, Titans begin to come through that wall hole. They were looking like human beings. But they were taller and stronger than human beings. They smirk while looking at the human beings. As they are taking human beings as their meal. That leader is succeeded to attack Titans, exploding the bombs. But he did not know, these Titans are everlasting and never be killed. And wounded sides of monsters begin to recover naturally. As being in a large number, Titans surround them. And human being was looking tiny before them. And they were considering the human beings like the insects which are crushed under their feet. They are toys for playing. Moreover, human being were not less than barbecue for them. Because they were eating them while griping. Military men are too afraid, as they prefer to commit suicide rather than to be the meal of Titans. They take their lives. Titans had spread the disaster throughout the city. People begin to die, either being crushed in the commotion or being the victim of Titans. And those people find the only place to secure their lives. That was the city big hall. People start entering there without caring for others and saving their lives. And Eren and Mikasa also do the same for their safety. Mikasa catches the glimpses of a baby with his mother. Then she takes pity on them. And she is left outside while saving that baby. Being pulled in the crowd, Eren leads to the hall. And hall and hashtag 039's door is shut. Eren struggles to open the hall and hashtag 039's door. But the people stop him of doing so. Mikasa has caught that baby and a Titan is proceeding to her. Being compelled, Eren cannot take a single step. Titan engulfs both Mikasa and that baby. Suddenly a silence prevails there. Somehow, Eren comes out of that hall forcefully. He notices that Titans had surrounded the hall where survivors had hidden themselves. Damaging the ceiling of hall, Titans start eating the people. The stream of the people and hashtag 039's blood flow as they bleed fastly. Being irritated by the circumstances, Ian moves ahead to the city. 2 years later, it is shown that the scene takes place in the part of the industrial area. They were safe from the monster giant and hashtag 039's attack because of their strong wall. And the survivors of the previous attack also resided here. Because Titans were still in the third part of peasants and hashtag 039 area. Being overpopulated, that area suffers the shortage of the food. People begin to die because of starvation. Now the rest of the survivors of the third part of the area had the only way to survive. That way was to secure their area from the Titans. It means, they can save their area while facing the Titans. Military group is prepared to fight the Titans. They are given the hard training of 2 years. Eren and his friend also get training. Because they wanted to take the revenge of Mikasa. Eren considered himself reprehensive of Mikasa and hashtag 039's death because he did not save her. They were being led by a commander named Kubble. Commander Kubble plans to go for their operation in the darkness of the night. Their operation included the task to block that big hole of the third part of area with explosion, through which Titans had entered. They will explode the upper side of hole according to the plan. As a result, the broken fragments of wall will fall down. And the hole will be blocked through them. In spite of the explosion, Titan will be unable to come from there because of the strong wall. Being victorious in this operation, they can end those Titans. The explosion was their last hope. Either they will lose their lives or take their lives in this operation. The head informs the military force about her newly made weapons, which may enable them to fly in the air. Because they had got awareness that Titans can be killed while targeting their neck. And those Titans will never be revived. According to the plan, they leave for their operation in the darkness of the night. But they sense something mysterious on the way before reaching there and they move to check what is wrong. They start walking when they think everything is alright and it is just the mooing of cows. Then a lady hears the crying sound of a baby. She thinks that baby needs help as being in danger. And she moves forward to check for baby and hashtag 039's help. Eren also follows her. Finding that baby, they come to know that this baby is flesh and blood of Titans. That monster baby tries to catch them but falls down. He begins to weep bitterly, falling down. All Titans are awakened, hearing his sound and directing themselves there. And they surround them. Now they were entrapped in great trouble. Because self-obsessed Commander Kubble had fled from there with armored vehicles, leaving them in this trouble. Eren and hashtag 039's friend is captured by the Titans. But the other military officer rescues him, coming there. Now they were surrounded inescapably by the Titans. Suddenly, the brilliant hunter of Titans Shikishima comes there. He almost had killed 10 to 15 Titans. There was a bold female soldier named Mikasa with Shikishima. Yes. She was alive. Both kill the Titans bravely, using their effective weapons. After killing the Titans, they move to their planned place hole near the wall. But the shocking moment was this, as Mikasa was not showing any affection towards Eren. Because she just wanted to take her revenge after that event. Titan had swallowed Mikasa, but Shikishima taught him to fight with Titans after saving. He reveals a secret to prevent from Titans and says, attack Titans with violation in action and face them. He tells one more thing, that fear is the foe of human beings, which compels them to run, not Titans. Then self-obsessed Commander Kubble reaches there. He says, fast killing weapons were not found in our secret place that we were going to use for operation. But they were in the tunnels. I did not want to lose those explosives, I had to go. Because there was a burglar among us who could steal the weapons. They cannot bear the loss of fast-killing weapons. They begin to load the cannons, but Titans hear these sounds. Suddenly, those Titans swallow 2 persons. They are all confused, but Lusty Commander was worried about the explosives. And a thief robs their loaded vehicles with the explosives. And a lady smashes the vehicle of explosives from the thief in rage whose husband had been swallowed by Titans. She sets it on fire rather than to save that explosive. And she crashes the vehicles at the mid-place of Titans in order to take her husband and #039's revenge. But Titans remain safe instead of this great explosion. But their last hope explosive had also ended now. Cubble also escapes, leaving them in trouble. And they had been entrapped badly among the Titans. Eren was lost, but he remembers the words of fury of Shikishima. He moves ahead, losing the harness of his anger. And he succeeds to kill some of the Titans while facing Titans. And he loses one of his legs, fighting with Titans. A Titan catches Eren and #039's friend. All fight to save the life of Eren and #039's friend so Titan may not swallow him. Eren had completely lost the battle. He was disappointed as he is not helping humanity in any way. But he again gets up, encouraging himself. At the exact time, he saves his friend before Titan makes him its meal. While saving him, he also loses his one of the hands. At last, a Titan swallows him. Eren feels that he is digesting gradually after being the part of Titan and #039's stomach. Witnessing it, Mikasa loses her tolerance and attacks Titan. Unfortunately, Mikasa and #039's vehicle is crashed because her vehicles and #039 gear was damaged. Now Mikasa was facing death before her. Because the same Titan was coming towards her. Suddenly, Titan feels something wrong in its stomach. And a giant monster comes out, tearing its mouth. And an explosion produces a giant monster. And that giant was ending the remaining Titans. Observing carefully, everyone knows that it is not anyone else but Eren. Then he starts dying like the other Titans after weakening. Then a commander who had knowledge of Eren and #039's brilliancy says something which is not understandable by anyone. He says, "Cut his nape." No one understands him, but Mikasa carries it out. And Eren appears from there. The shocking thing is that his broken leg and hand had reproduced now. All are left shocked, seeing it. Then Shikishima smirks for nothing as he already had knowledge that it is going to happen. Afterward, a flashback is shown where Eren and catches Eren after coming there. All try to stop it, but he was removing all on his way. It also tries to end Eren and there was also Shikishima with the other things. Here Shikishima acts as that virus. Terrible thing is that Titans can survive without quenching their appetite. It means, they are immortal. And only Eren and T die. There is violent fight between Shikishima and Eren. Transforming into the giant, Cubble tries his best to stop their operation. Then Shikishima agrees to help him. Putting his life at risk, he thrusts the bomb into the mouth of Cobble Giant Titan.